Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be utilizing the Bezier tool in Acorn, which we did in the last tutorial that we did, which was the McDonald's logo. We traced it. I'm going to go ahead and create a new document, File New, make it 10 by 10 inches at 300 pixels per inch. You can do a document in inches or pixels. I'm going to choose inches for this one. Click OK. We have our canvas here that we're going to be working on. We're going to be creating a face today, a little cartoon character, utilizing our vector tools and our Bezier tool. We're going to start out by locking our back layer, right-clicking and locking it, and it brings up this little lock. That's just so we don't select it when we're trying to select other shapes. Let's start with the square. Click on the square. We want to make sure we have a stroke but no fill, and I tend to leave my stroke around 10, which is me able to see it. Oh, it just popped it down to 1, so let's bump that up to 10. There we go. I have my square here. Whenever I need to move an object, I always want to come over here. I can either press V for a shortcut, as in Victor, or come and click my Move tool. My next shape is going to be our eyeball, which is a vector shape down here. It's a little circle. I'm going to hold Shift on my keypad as I click and drag out, which gives me a perfect circle. While this is selected, if I hold down Command and then press CV on my keypad, it actually will give me a copy of that, which I'm going to make smaller. And I'm going to move that copy. Select another shapes here. There we go. I'm going to move that copy here and fill it with black. Uncheck the stroke. There's our first eye. Come back over to the oval. Apply a stroke. Click and drag out. I'm not holding Shift this time. I want a stroke and no fill. And I'm going to go to the Move tool, press V, click on the circle, Command C, V, and drag that over. And then I have my other one. It needs to be a little smaller. There we go. So we have our eyes here. And then I'm going to create a little mouth using an oval as well. So I'm going to come here and do a thin little mouth. Something like that. Let's add some color. Going to select my box, come up here, click my fill, and I want to make the box blue. I don't want an outline. Okay. Then we're going to fill our eyes. You'll see that you have this little dotted line wherever your selection is going to be made. So if you click your eyes here, I want to fill that with white. And take the stroke off. And I want to do the same thing on this one. And no stroke. Alright, we have our basic face using our vector tools. Now what I want to do is I want to take this mouth down here and I want to convert this to a Bezier shape. If we click this, select it, and go up to Shape, down to Bezier Stuff, it gives us the option to convert this to a Bezier shape. I'm going to click it. Notice you don't really see anything happen until we select our control point down here under our Bezier menu. So let's select that. And what's really neat about this, instead of drawing this out using the Bezier pen tool up here, we actually created a shape, turned it to a Bezier shape, and now using our upside down V right here, we can click a control point or a key point, anchor point, I'm sorry, and we can drag that anchor point out into a direction to give a little bit more character to our mouth. I'm going to come up to the top and do the same thing, just until I get a shape that's interesting to me. Here we go. And just as we did on the logo, if you watch that video, you can go up to your next option, which is your anchor select, and that will give you the ability to hand select each one of these handles and manipulate the handles individually. As long as your arrow turns black right there, it will select. There we go. Just move this one down a little bit. I have a mouth that's a little bit more interesting. It's a very basic character, but what I wanted to show you is that you can take an existing shape. We could even come up here and convert this shape to a Bezier and manipulate each one of these individually. Okay, just a good thing to know. It's going to help us when we go into more in-depth character design. Let's go back to a circle. All right. Hope that helps you when it comes to creating a Bezier shape that you can individually manipulate. And remember, you can do that with any of these tools down here. Any shape you can convert by going to the shape menu, down to Bezier, and converting it to a Bezier shape. Thanks so much.